Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. Currently, we are reading Śri Īšopanīšad, and like yesterday, we covered the mantra one. Today, we will summarize it little bit, and we will move to the mantra two. Okay. And there are only one or two pages per part, so one day we will try to cover one mantra. Okay. So let's start our session by offering the prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरमृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्विताश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I think from today we can do one more experiment that I put the message in a group but no one sees. Okay, so from today for the 2 minutes we will hear the Srila Prabhupada Srila
Yes.
Prabhupada. Okay,
Yes,
so
Mataji.
I have one shot. I will share. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay.
We are taking so much care of this body, but the ultimate end of this body is either stool, earth or ashes. So foolish person who are in the bodily concept of life, they are thinking, after all this body will be finished, so long the body is there, senses are there, let us enjoy. Why so much restriction? No illicit sex, no gambling, no. These are all nonsense. Let us enjoy life. This is atheistic life, foolish life. They do not know. Thinking, after all this body will be finished, so long the body is there, senses are there, let us enjoy. Why so much restriction? No illicit sex, no gambling, no. These are all nonsense. Let us enjoy life. This is atheistic life, foolish life. They do not know. No, the body is not all. This is the first lesson to understand what is spiritual life, what is spiritual knowledge. With all rascals they do not know. Therefore Krishna, first of all, slapped Arjuna. Asacyanam sutastam pragyavadam. You do not know what is the fact and talking like a very learned man. Just try to understand what is true. Natu eva ahamijat. First thing is that nasa. We have no nasa. We never die. That will be explained later on more clearly. We do not die. Nasa. At any time. It's not that sometimes we die and sometimes no. Any time. Jatu. at any time.
Hare Krishna. So we can see now how wonderful like Prabhupada says, and like Prabhupada is a very pure devotee. So whatever he says now, like that goes into our heart, because Prabhupada itself is a following, and like the other teachers, like me, I'm not teacher, but like I'm just trying to follow. But like Prabhupada has already followed, and like he's a pure devotee. He's not like he's not ordinary. Okay, he's from a Goloka. So like whatever says now, like that directly goes into our heart, and like some things like the purification happens. So it is very important, like okay, I have I have seen or I have heard this class, so let me hear another. No, like until and unless you remember every word, and like this thing should be going in our mind. Like why so much restriction? Like if you are thinking in this way, means you are the atheist. So this thing should be going like even in your mind, and like Krishna consciousness is not for cats and dogs. And what is the aim of our life? This thing should be go in our mind. Okay, like like when we hear the film songs before coming to Krishna consciousness, they are constantly playing in our mind na? So Prabhupada's words should be playing in our mind. Okay, this human life is not for the sense enjoyment. Okay, the human life is for the austerity. The aim of a life is going back to the Godhead. These things should be like revolving in our mind. Okay, so let's summarize the first verse, and then we can move to the second. Okay, so tomorrow we will skip like a little, like we will skip the reciting the shloka by the devotees. We will keep it on alternate days. So okay, let me recite the first mantra. ईशावास्यम् idam sarvam यत्किञ्च jagatyam jagat तेन तत्तेन भुञ्जीथा मा कृतः कस्य स्वीत्थनम्. So here in Isha Upanishad, Mantra 1, it is stated, everything animate, inanimate, that within this universe is a control and owned by the Lord. So who is the control? Who is the owner? Krishna. And like whatever assets you are having, whatever car you are having, whatever like money you are having, and whatever like what we call the wealth you are having, it is given by Krishna. Okay, and like we have the independence, like we have the independence to utilize in Krishna's service and get liberated from these miseries, from this material world. And we have the independence to like like use these things for our own sense gratification and degrade to the lower species. Because when we do the sense gratification, you will have more and more material desires. And like when you have more material desires, to fulfill that desire, you have to take a birth. And like that birth may be cat, dog, even the pig, hog, anything. So like it is better to utilize everything in Krishna's service, because it is provided by Krishna. And like Krishna is a maintainer. Everyone is a Krishna. And like when we take the shelter, you don't have to worry. Okay, what should be your worries? Oh, let me chant my 60 rounds. How can I increase my quality chanting? How can I increase my reading? How can I increase my hearing? And how can I increase my service? So this should be anxiety. Okay, you should have the spiritual anxiety. You don't have to worry about like this material maintenance and all. Like if you are surrendered to Krishna, Krishna will take care of everything. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to become lazy for like for the prescribed time 8 to 10 hours. You have to like whatever your prescribed duties you are having, you have to do it with like a lot of sincerity. Because like why we are doing this prescribed duties, like to satisfy our boss, to satisfy our wife, so to satisfy our husband? No, we are doing like whatever prescribed duties are given to satisfy Krishna. Samsiddhir Hari Toshanam. Whatever, even they look material, but when we are doing it for the Krishna's pleasure, and like we have that this thing, okay, I'm working so that like whatever money will come, I will use in a Krishna's service. And okay, I'm cooking, but whatever I'm cooking it for Krishna's pleasure. Then even they look like a material, they become spiritualized. Okay, so yes, we have to be very like we have to accept this that yes, everything is controlled and owned by the Lord. So I shouldn't have the material anxieties, I should have the spiritual anxieties. How can I serve Krishna more, and how can I serve Krishna in more better way? Okay, So one should be therefore accept only those things necessary for himself and set aside as his quota, and one should not accept the other things knowing well whom they belong. So yes, Prabhupada gives the example of a cow. Cow don't drink her own milk. Cow don't drink eat the flesh. Even the vegetarian animals don't eat the flesh, because like they know this is our quota and they strictly follow the laws of a nature. But human beings, like, they don't follow, and when they don't follow, they are they have to face the punishment, they have to face the reactions. Okay, so this four regulative principles: no illicit sex. Why you need someone, need some person outside, other than your husband? Okay, why you need? Because you have to enjoy. Why we have to enjoy? Because we are in ignorant. Why we are in ignorant? Because we are not reading shastras. And even like if you are coming and reading the Bhagavad Gita, even you are chanting, and then and you still have this kind of thoughts now, it means like you are not following strictly, and you haven't accepted the Krishna consciousness yet. So like even Krishna is saying, like, you don't have to eat meat because it is not in your quota. Then why you have the desires? And what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, like if you are eating anything, even it is a vegetarian, you are eating anything and which is not offered to Krishna, you are eating sin, because vegetables also have the lives. So like yes, like why we have to eat the sin? Why we have to eat? Simply like when you go outside, you can offer fruits to Krishna, we can offer the dry fruits to the Krishna. Like what is necessary? But we have this chalta hai mentality, and because of this, okay, एक बार बाहर का खाते हैं, चलता है, let me eat some onion garlic, or let me eat the Maggie. Like even like people going outside that don't see the what are the contents in a packet food, so they are eating, they are breaking the regulative principle. No, no, like if a Prabhupada says you don't have to do the there is no meat eating, means you don't have to eat. Prabhupada say no tea coffee, Prabhupada say no onion garlic. No means no. When you give the little chance, then like Maya will enter and it will going to destroy all the devotional life. Like there is no illicit sex na, Prabhupada say, like even to the talking to the other person, like in that way. Even like Prabhupada generally says na, like even it analogy is given in a Bhagavad Gita, that the female are like a fire and the males are like a butter. When they come together, then like they will melt. Then why it is necessary to do ki khu, like why like when we talk na, like we will fall in the trap of Maya. So like even like we are speaking to the opposite gender, like we have to be very careful. Like only things related to the our seva, and like whatever in our colleagues things related to the work, we have to share, we can talk about them. And rather than the cracking the jokes and other thing, discussing many things, opening our heart, it is not recommended. And so we have to be very careful, because it is not set in our quota, and the meat, onion, garlic and other things, they are not in a quota of a human being, and they are not in a quota of a Vaishnava. And like the illicit sex, talking with the other person, not, like in that way, okay, and like having the feelings for other person, it comes under the illicit sex. So Prabhupada said no, no means no. And even like a gambling, Prabhupada said no, no means no. Like if you are gambling, you are 24/7, you are mind is engaging, okay, like price is going up, price is going down, then where is the question of remembering Krishna? So yes, we have to be very careful, and we have to strictly follow the four regulative principles. If you chant your 16 rounds, if you follow the four regulative principles very strictly, when you read the Prabhupada, like we have to chant the rounds without offenses, and to improve the quality of a chanting, and why we have to chant, in what mood we have to chant. For that, what is necessary? To read the Srila Prabhupada books, and to hear the Hari Katha from the senior devotees. So these two are important, so that they facilitate the chanting. Okay. So like if you do this before going to your office, okay, before going to your workplace, then Krishna gives you protection. The Prabhupada gives you protection. Prabhupada what say? If you simply chant the 16 rounds and follow the four regulative principles strictly, like Prabhupada take care of you. But if you are revolting, like if you are not following principles, means you are not under the protection of Prabhupada. Okay. So yes, so further, like we can see this Vedic knowledge, it is not spoken by any material person, and it is spoken by Krishna. This knowledge is a transcendental. It is coming from the Krishna. How it is coming? We can see it when Brahmaji, when Krishna created Brahmaji, then like he don't know what to do. Like he was very anxious. He's going he's trying to come down to the a stem of the lotus, but there is only darkness. He don't know. So then he heard the one word. What is that? Tapa, means you have to perform the austerity. So yes, before starting your a spiritual journey, you have to practice the austerity to chant your rounds, austerity to read books, austerity to hear classes, and austerity to take out the time for Krishna, and austerity to follow the four regulative principles. Everything is very simple when you are strictly following it, when you are sincere. But when you are not sincere, when you are not in discipline, then it is very hard for you. Okay. So this knowledge, this Vedas means knowledge, and this knowledge is a transcendental. This is not from the conditioned soul. This knowledge is a perfect, and we say any conditioned soul cannot give this perfect knowledge. Why? Because he has the four kinds of defects. What are these defects? Anyone wants to tell? Hare Krishna. What are the four defects?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Four defects.
Yes,
First
Mataji.
one is we are defective. We all have, we make mistakes.
Yes.
Second is we are illusionized.
Yes.
We have the illusion in everything.
Yeah.
And
third one is cheating propensity.
cheating propensity. Yes.
And four is senses are. How are our senses?
Impure.
They are perfect.
Impure.
Yes, our senses are imperfect. So yes, first is we commit mistakes until and unless we enter in a spiritual world. We are not going to become a perfect. So yes, we have the tendency to commit mistakes, but in a spiritual life also happens. There is some there will be fall down even after taking initiation. Why? Because we have the tendency to commit mistakes. But how we can reduce this? By association. We can associate with the devotees. But Mataji, we don't have the devotee association. I'm staying in a remote area. There is no devotee. Even in my case, okay, around around the radius of 40 to 60 kilometers, there is no devotee. Even there, I don't have idea. So so that how I can take the association online? Your devotees are there, and I have the Srila Prabhupada books, okay. And Srila Prabhupada is with me. What Srila Prabhupada say? I'm always with you in a form of my instruction, in a form of my books. So there is no excuse. And even simply chanting the holy name, Krishna is directly present here. Okay. So there is no question. There is no excuse. Okay. For us, there is no excuse. Krishna has provided you everything. But if you are not going back to the Godhead, then it's on up to you. Okay. Krishna will say, I have provided you everything. You are just being lazy, and you have to even after giving them all knowledge, you are still attached to the material things. Then what can I do? Okay. So yes, this knowledge, the Lord is a Purnam, is all perfect. So knowledge coming from the Lord is also all perfect. Okay. And he is above the modes of nature. Okay. The modes of nature work under him. So the mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Okay. They all are working under the Krishna, and Krishna is a transcendental to that. And the devotional service is also transcendental. So we also have to transcend this modes of modes of nature. Firstly, tamoguna, in which we feel the lethargic, we feel the lazy. And about that is rajoguna. We have a lot of material desires. Okay. And about that is a mode of satoguna. We will feel very happy. Okay, I'm chanting, I'm reading, I'm very happy. But for about that, what? Okay, I'm chanting, I'm feeling happy, but now I have to serve, I have to follow the instruction. When you pass the satoguna stage, you go to the Shuddha Sattva or Vasudeva stage, where you can actually practice the devotional service. Okay. And from which book this Isha Upanishad is taken? Yajurveda, is it?
Yajurveda.
From the Yajurveda, this Isha Upanishad has taken, and Isha Upanishad deals with how Krishna is acting like a proprietor, it is the glorification of Krishna. Okay. How Krishna is maintaining entire world. And so we come to know that who is the proprietor? Krishna is the proprietor. But our problem is that like we have to lord over the material nature. Okay, I am the earning in a family, so everyone should listen to me. I am working for a family, so everyone should hear to me. Why everyone has the individuality, and even the Krishna give the independence. You have the independence to come and suffer in this material world. That's why we are here. So we cannot force anyone to take the Krishna consciousness. We cannot force anyone to do the things that we want. Okay, from the like by like when we say by the love, oh please do this, then they will hear. Okay, so like don't we should know that Krishna is a proprietor. Even anyone is not listening to us now, like we can simply pray to the Krishna, and because Krishna is sitting in everyone's heart, and he guides that soul. Like then like Krishna will guide him and he will accept. Okay, so like further, like how Krishna is maintaining universe, that Krishna having the two energies. What are these energies? First is the material energy, para prakriti, and which is the inferior in nature. It contains the earth, water, fire, air, ether, and also the mind, intelligence, ego. And so like mind, intelligence, ego, this comes to the apara, material energy. Okay, and what is the para or superior energy? The living being or a soul is a para. It's the superior energy. So when the superior energy come in a contact with this inferior energy, like they become a condition. Okay, so I will tell you one thing. When we are chanting in starting, we are in a lot of tamoguna, we feel very sleepy. Okay, then we say no, like everyone is supporting us, we are reading books, so we have little intelligence, so we push ourselves. Then we come to the second stage. Okay, we start sitting at one place. Then we come to the second stage. In that stage we are having lot of material desires. Okay, I want this. Oh Krishna, please provide me this car, provide me this, please make me crack this exam, etc. We have a lot of material desire. And when we when we read the books, when we hear the classes more, then we come to know, okay, these are all our materials. If a Krishna wants to give me, Krishna will give what is necessary to ask. Okay, then mind further tricks you. Okay, how he tricks? When you are sit for the chanting, like he will give you the spiritual thoughts. Okay, you can cook this prasad, you can cook this bhoga for Krishna, and you can offer the garland to Krishna in this way. And you can start pre-teaching in this way, you can distribute books in this way. This all are minds tricking. Like in starting of a chanting, we have to pray to Krishna. Okay, like Krishna, I am fallen, somehow I fall in this material ocean, please pick me up. And Shishtastakam is a full of prayers. Now that's the reason we read the Shishtastakam. And reading the Shishtastakam, okay, but like you should know the meaning. Okay, so meaning is the most important. Okay, so that's the reason we chant the Shishtastakam, so we can go in a prayerful mood. But you don't have to fall for this. Like what Prabhupada says, that you have to firstly you have to sit very properly. You have to sit straight. Then you have to hear attentively, and you have to pronounce clearly. So it should be Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When you speak very fast, now it it come like a fuss fuss, and it's like a hissing of a snake. So we have to very careful, we have to pronounce clearly, and then we have to hear attentively. Only we have to pronounce and hear. This only these two things should be there. Like we shouldn't give place to the mind. Okay, so this will happen with most of the devotees. It happens with me, that's why I share. So when mind tricks us, then we have to again pull our mind and engage in a hearing. Okay, then further we also seen that yes, Krishna is giving example, na? Yes, Krishna is compared to the fire, and when a fire is there, then automatically heat and light comes. So Krishna is compared to the fire, and all living and non-living are compared to the heat and light. Okay, then we also seen that Krishna is the only director, sustainer, and dictator of everything, and Krishna possesses all the potencies, and he is the knower of everything, and he's a benefactor of everything. So a benefactor of everything means Krishna is the enjoyer. We are not enjoyers. Even if we try so-called enjoyment, it tend it will put us in a suffering. What kind of suffering? Like, okay, they are gulab jamuns are so tasty. Let me eat the 10 gulab jamuns. After that, your stomach will ache. So when you are eating, you are feeling very happy. But after some time, that enjoyment becomes suffering. Okay, and like even like if you eat too much of a junk food, and like after a few years, you will develop the diabetes, hypertension, all the diseases. You will be obese. So when you are eating the junk food, you are very happy, you are enjoying, but after that you suffer. Okay. So like there are many examples in this way. Like in might now like where students when they go in a college, they think let me have a party, let me like go for this, let me go for the movies, and at the end of this, they will at the end of college they will say, oh, even I don't study well, so I am not scoring good marks, so I will not get a good job, and like even like I missed my Krishna consciousness. So, like in starting when they are watching movies, they are going for the parties, they're enjoying. But after some time, that enjoyment becomes suffering. So like even like it for us now, like okay, I'm like even like people who are in their 50s, they are reading the newspaper, they are sitting in the front of a like a box of a Kalyuga, that even on the mobile they are scrolling, on the phone they are watching movies, on the TV they are watching unnecessary things, and after some time when the death comes, then they will realize they have wasted a lot of time in these material things, and now they are not going to remember Krishna. So like it is always better to put our efforts now than regretting later. So we don't know when we are going to die, but let's put our efforts. Okay. So yes, like we also seen that Krishna is called as a Bhagwan, and he possessed all things, all these six qualities in fullest. First is a full opulence, full power, full fame, full beauty, full knowledge, and full renunciation. Okay, and the Prabhupada further gives the analogy of a cow, and in which like Prabhupada states that like cows give us milk, but cow doesn't drink her own milk. She simply stays satisfied by eating the grass, and she strictly follow the or laws of a nature. But what the human being do? They kill like okay, if cow is supplying you milk, so drink the milk and love the cow. Like, she is compared to the mother, but what you are doing? You are killing her and eating her flesh. This is like then you are breaking the laws of nature. Then you are like there is punishment for sure if you murder someone, if a government catches you. But in this material world, government may catch you, may not catch you, but laws of nature, they are very they are very strict. Like we have seen the one analogy as Prabhupada says in our previous book, that like even the small child touches the fire, his hand going to get burned, because like laws of nature are very strict. So like even the government laws for this material world, they can they can ignore you, but the laws of nature are not going to ignore you. You are every for every thought, everything, there is a calculation. Okay, every sins you commit, it is calculated, so we need to be very careful. So like yes, you are killing the cows, and like instead of drinking her milk, loving her, you are killing her and eating her flesh. It is against the laws of nature, so you will going to get the punished. And Prabhupada further says that when construction is going on, there are laborers, they are working very hard to build a very beautiful building, and after a building, they cannot say that we have put a lot of hard work and we have built this building, so it belongs to us. No, it belongs to that master. So similarly, whatever assets we are having, even like our parents, our sisters, our friends, everything is given by Krishna. So like don't think that like I am the owner. No, you are not the owner, Krishna is the owner. Okay, but like it will take a lot of time, it will take a lot of purification to understand this. But whatever you have, even the mobile phone, tablet, it belongs to Krishna. It's not mine, I'm using it belongs to Krishna, and I'm using it in Krishna's service. This is the attitude of a devotee. And okay, like, and when we think this belongs to me, I have earned it, it means you are an atheist. Okay. So yes, further Prabhupada says this Krishna consciousness movement is for human beings. This Krishna conscious movement is not for the cats and dogs. Okay. And Prabhupada also says that one must be satisfied with whatever privilege are given by him by the mercy of Lord. So, we feel the jealousy. Okay, oh, Mataji have a lot of saris. I only have the one or two saris. Or like we may think that, oh, how great house the Prabhuji has. I don't have that much a bigger house. But like you need to be satisfied. Whatever is providing you, like even Krishna provide everything to everyone, and you are chanting his name, you are reading, you are under the shelter of Prabhupada. Then would you think that Krishna is so cheap that like he will not take care of you? He take care of you, but he know the what diseases we are having. So he knows that if I give him this much, he will run away, he will forget me. And if I take away from him everything, then he also run away. So Krishna knows how to balance it. Okay, so you don't have to worry, oh, I want this job, I want this college, I want this. No, Krishna will take care. Okay, and you have to be satisfied, because whatever happening is a well planned by Krishna, and Krishna is a controller, Krishna is a supplier, and also it depends on our pious activities. Okay, so we have to be very stress free, because like we have taken the shelter, there is no necessary. Even sorry, if a cat take the shelter of his master, then she don't have to worry where I have to sleep, from where I have to catch the mouse so that I can feed. Like his master will provide her everything. So similarly, we have taken the shelter of Krishna, the Krishna will provide everything. But again, I say, don't become a lazy by saying that I'm surrendering to Krishna. You have to work for the 8 to 10 hours for Krishna's pleasure, and then whatever comes, yeah, you need to be satisfied with that. You need there is one shloka in the Bhagavatam or in the Shastra which tells that you have to satisfy with your wife whatever partner Krishna has given you. You need to satisfy whatever prasadam you are getting. You need to satisfy with that, and whatever money you earn, you have to satisfy with that. Okay, so yes, there should be satisfied, because according to my condition, Krishna is providing. I should not envy anyone, because by Krishna's mercy, she or her that person is getting that. So there is no question of envy. Like when we are like hear in one class that when you are envying other person for having lot of wealth or a lot of beauty or anything, it means indirectly we are envying Krishna, because like Krishna has provided them according to their pious activities and according to Krishna's mercy. Okay, I just forgot to start the mantra, but only 2 paragraphs are remaining. We will cover it, and from tomorrow we will start, because this is also required. Na? Like we are simply reading and forgetting, then there is no question. There should be realizations. There, like we have to practically apply these things. Okay. So further, Srila Prabhupada says that like everything, everyone wants to control everyone, and there is a proprietorship. I am the master, on all are the servant. Prabhupada says that like uh, they are not following the principle of Isha Upanishad. Principle of Isha Upanishad is that everything to belong to Krishna, so we have to utilize in Krishna's service. And like when we are not utilizing in Krishna's service, means you are stealing from Krishna. Like you have stolen something. Okay, you are a cheater. So like yes, so it is better not to steal anything from Krishna, and it's better to utilize in Krishna's service. Okay, and yes, consequently they will liable to punishment if anyone steals something. Then according to laws, they have to go from the suffer from the punishment. So like when you are stealing something from Krishna, not utilizing in Krishna's service, then you are forced to get the punishment by the laws of nature. So, and what is this punishment? When we have any desire than serving Krishna, it means you are again going to take the birth, and this is the punishment that you are suffering. So further, to bring the peace in this world, and and to save ourselves, the only solution is that we have to follow the principles of Śri Īšopanīšad. And further, Srila Prabhupada says that human beings are not meant for a quarrel like cats and dogs, and they must be intelligent enough to realize the importance and aim of a human life. So yes, everyone is quarreling, and even there is sloka in Srimad Bhagavatam chapter 1, chapter 1, it states that the people in this Kali Yuga, they are having the less memory, they are having the less intelligence, and they are always disturbed, and they are quarrelsome. Even when we stay for any reason they can start fighting. Okay, so but we have to understand that if I quarrel for any nonsense reason, I'm wasting my time. That time I can utilize in Krishna's service. like you don't have to like know about the what going on in politics. You don't have to sit for the hours or for the 15 minutes to see that how the politicians are fighting. You don't need to sit and take, we have this tendency, if someone is fighting, we love to see their fights and we love to hear that fights, but this is not good. Okay. This will pull us in a cycle of birth and death. So it's better to, as Prabhupada says, always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Okay. So we have to accept the favorable things for devotional life. And further, like what Srila Prabhupada is saying, then one who kills the animals for his own sense gratification, for the taste, and like even, when we are breaking the principles, we are breaking it for the instant pleasure. We are breaking it for the 1 or 2 minute pleasure. When we eat the meat now, yes, when we eat the meat, so the taste remain on the tongue just for that 1 or 2 minute. When we drink the coffee, tea, that taste remain on the tongue for just for 1 or 2 minutes. Even people are engaged in illicit sex or other things or gambling, that pleasure is just for the few minutes, or just for the more than their pleasure is not for the more than 10 and 15. So just for the 1 or 2 minute pleasure, just for a 15-minute pleasure, why we are giving up the shelter of Srila Prabhupada? Why we are breaking four regulative principles? So we need to think on this. Okay. And further, what Prabhupada says, even the lower species, okay, like the tigers, cows, cats, they don't break the laws of nature. You haven't seen the tiger eating grass, okay? Sometimes they eat, okay? There are videos. They eat the grass, but not as their a main food course. They eat the grass when their belly is, there is some problem of digestion or indigestion. They eat some grass so that they can vomit, and their stomach or belly will be empty. Okay. So but their main food is a flesh. They don't eat the grass as a food. Okay. So they strictly follow the laws of nature. So whatever they do, there is no sinful reaction for them. But human they have the intelligence. They have the higher consciousness. So they have, the human life is a life of a responsibility. You should know what are the rules and regulation, and you have to strictly follow the rules and regulation. Okay, otherwise there is a suffering. Okay. And Prabhupada also says na, the human life is alone life of a responsibility. Animal life is not life of responsibility. We can see the IS officer, he is a responsible. If he commit mistake, he is going to fired, or he have to sit at home for some time. But if any man in Pune, there is one case on duty, the IS officer or some officer sing the Bollywood song. So yeah, then he have to sit for the home for some time. But the same person, other person who is not qualified, he can sit in office and he can sing the Bollywood song. There is no punishment for him, because he is not he is not having any responsibility. But human life, we are having responsibility. And yes, Prabhupada again says that even the vegetables have life, and you don't need to be very proud. I'm a vegetarian, I'm a vegan. No, even the animals are vegan. So where is the question of being proud? So there is no question of proud. Even the vegetables have the life. So it's simply, if you eat the vegetables, then also you are going to have the sin. But there is only one solution. Whatever Krishna suggests in the Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, you have to offer it to Krishna and take it as a prasadam. Then there are no sins. Okay. So yes, and this is the laws of nature, that you have to feed on someone to maintain yourself. So the solution is simply offer it to you think that Krishna can maintain all the planets, maintain everything. He cannot arrange a prasadam for you. He will check your sincerity, and then he will manage everything. Okay. So Prabhupada says that the human being is sufficiently intelligent to take the lessons from the Vedic literature, thereby know how the laws of nature are working and derive the profit out of such knowledge. So yes, animals don't read the Vedas, and animals cannot understand the Vedas. Animals cannot take the shelter of a bona fide spiritual masters, and if animals cannot follow the instruction of Shastras, but human beings can. Okay. If a man neglects the instruction of Vedic literature, his life becomes very risky. So, like by breaking the regulative principles, we are breaking the regulative principles, we are taking the very biggest risk to against suffering in this material world. Okay. And we should recognize the authority of Supreme Personality for Godhead, Krishna. We must offer everything for the Lord's service and partake only the remnants of our food. So, okay, whatever food we are eating, we have to offer it to Krishna, and we have to only take offer food as a prasadam. Okay, and even like it comes to the money. Okay, like you are earning like 1 lakh, but in starting there is some attachment. So start by the one offering the 1,000. There is a very good opportunity. We can do the Sudama Seva. We can offer the 1,000 rupees to Krishna. Even like if you're not earning, if you're even you are like you are managing, you are a housewife, start offering the 50 rupees. 50 rupees, like you can buy one masala packet, but start doing it. Krishna will be very pleased. Okay, just by the offering 50 rupees, Krishna can be pleased, because like it develop the detachment from the what you are earning. So it is very good. So, and whatever you are offering, you will get in multiple folds. And like even like there are many slokas now, even if you help the Krishna to building his home, then like Krishna builds the very opulent home in a Vaikuntha or in a Goloka for you. Okay, so like yes, we have to properly discharge the duties. Okay, so what are our duties, like, and what is the aim of this human life? We have to go back to the Godhead. And like even like yes, like uh, every classes we hear that we have to go back to the Godhead. But for what you are going back to the Godhead? For enjoying your senses? No, you are going there to serve Krishna. So we have to practice this from here only. When you practice Krishna, then detachment automatically comes. And when we water the root, then the leaves, fruit, everyone like automatically get nourished. Okay, when we serve Krishna, then like when you make Krishna happy, then automatically you become happy. Okay, so yes, Prabhupada says though, who did not offer their food to Lord and eating nothing but the sin. Yes, like yes, we have discussed this. So today we will end here. So I just go in a flow, and like today we didn't start the mantra too. Tomorrow we will start. Okay. So this is the summary of a first shloka. Okay, first mantra. So वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna, Happy
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
consciousness.
Hare Krishna,
So
everyone.
you have to
Thank you
take
so
the
much.
notes, you have to try to follow. Okay, I hope the class
Hare
is useful
Krishna.
for you. Yes,
Yes, Mataji, very
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna,
Yes,
Mataji.
Krishna.
Sadhguru.
Hare Krishna. Because, like when we read, we forget, but there should be realization. There should be practical application. And every day we should go towards the Krishna. And we can read the 2 or 3 pages and like we will forget. But then what is the use when there is no practical application? We should learn to apply. Okay. So I request everyone to on their videos if possible, or like also, you have to sit with the highlighters. I also sit. Okay, I don't say whimsically. And by here, like I have the set of books. Hare Krishna, whose mic is unmute and he is reciting something else. Yes, Surendranath Prabhu. So yes, like you have to try to invest the time, like whatever 5 minutes time, read the Srila Prabhupada books, or chant the extra rounds. This is the only solution. And like many people, they only focus on the chanting 16 rounds, but until and unless there is a hearing and reading, then the quality of a chanting and offenses doesn't reduce. Okay, like to increase the quality of a chanting, you must read the Prabhupada books. Okay, and even my Guru Maharaj want everyone should read the Srila Prabhupada books. And even my whatever hectic schedule my Guru Maharaj has, whatever conditions, but daily he hears the lectures. And sometimes like you may feel very bored to read the books, but there are some apps like a Transcend app, so you can hear the books in audio form also. Okay. So when the mind tricks us, like it is very boring, what is necessary, then you have to learn to trick your mind. Okay, you don't have to read, you can hear. Okay, you don't have to chant, you can do the kirtan. So you have to trick your mind. Okay, like I'm sitting it for okay, my legs are paining, but I just chant 4 rounds. Okay, let me chant one more round, then we can get up. Okay. So mind will harass you, but when you don't listen to mind, so mind will stop the harassing you. Okay. So Hare Krishna, Happy Krishna Conscious Day.
Hare Krishna,
Or
Mataji.
can you can devotees can on their videos, because I have to post one screenshot to the Guru Maharaj, because Guru Maharaj says that you have to send some reports, so whatever preaching you are doing. Okay. So if it is possible, you can on the videos.
Videos on, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji and Prabhuji. Because of all of you, I'm able to daily I'm coming and trying to read the Srila Prabhupada books. So I'm telling, this is the power of association. I finished my Bhakti Shastri, but I never read the books to this depth. Okay, so yes, this is the power of association. Everyone should take the association. So Hare Krishna. Today we will end here.
Hare.
Happy Krishna Conscious Day.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.